So we're out on the trails again, and in Swaledale. And over the next couple of days, what we're going to do is we're going to walk the low-level route of the Coast to Coast walk between Reeth and Keld, and then we're going to walk the high-level route from Keld over the top back into Reeth. So anybody who does the Coast to Coast walk, when you get to Keld, you're faced with a choice to either drop down low and follow the River Swale to Reeth, or to go up over the tops into the old lead mining country up in the hills and take the high level route, which is what Wainwright suggested when he put the route together, I think. When me and Judith did it a couple of years ago, we had awful weather. It absolutely was chucking it down, and as a result we took the low level route along the Swale, but it was a pretty miserable day. It rained all day. So what we're hoping to do in the next couple of days is, there's supposed to be a break in the weather, but at the moment it's kind of drizzly, but we have got some generally some nice weather forecast. So we're going to go back and see what we didn't see first time round. That's the kind of plan anyway. We've been going just over an hour. The weather was supposed to be sunny intervals. It's just been constant drizzle. Good old British weather, eh? Well, just over 2 hours we've been going, and finally that heavy drizzle seems to have come to an end. Still not looking very bright, the skies, but you know what, as you say, you can't choose your weather. I have to say though, this lower route, if you follow it, it's quite nice. You've got the swale that you're following most of the time, but also just turn around and show you the trails that you're on are generally really nice. There's a little bit of road walking sections, a couple of road walking sections, but for the majority it's tracked like this. And even after all the heavy rain we've had recently, it's still pretty good. It's a nice trail. We've just passed through Gunnerside, and we didn't stop at the King's Head for lunch and have a Wensleydale and tomato chutney sandwich with a pot of tea. We didn't do that. The signs of weather's brightening up a bit, and we're now heading out towards the village of Ivelet. But from then on we'll turn around and head up the Swale towards Keld. We're just passing through a farmer's field at the minute, and he's just put his manure down so it's a bit pongy. These gates are very quaint, but they're hard work for getting big rucksacks through. Unless Judith holds them open for you. Woo! Look at me. Well, this is all a lot more pleasant now. The rain seems to have disappeared, and we're a little bit sheltered from the wind where we are now. And it's nice because the last time we did the coast to coast walk, or when we did the coast to coast walk, it was absolutely chucking it down on this bit. It was head down, grinding it out stuff. So now it's just nice to be able to just, yeah, we'll just be able to take in all the surroundings, which are lovely. Okay, so when you get to this point from Keld, it's make your mind up time. Do you take the path to the left, which takes a high level route, or do you take the path to the right, which goes down and takes a low level route? The choice is yours. But what you can't do is think you're going to use this tractor. It ain't going nowhere. We just dropped down there to see the waterfall at Keld. Judith always says that's where she realised that she wanted to marry me. Don't know about that, but anyway, it's a lovely spot, and we filled it with water there as well. So it also got that nice low-flying helicopter display for us. That was very nice. So we're heading back up towards that path junction between the upper and the lower paths, upper and lower routes. And we think we've seen a little place to pitch the tent just round about there that's got a little bit more shelter out of the wind. So that's where we're heading for tonight. Okay, tent's up. We found quite a nice little spot here. We just got that bit of shelter from the hill behind, so although it's a little bit breezy, it's not as certainly windy as it would be a little bit higher up, and it's a nice little pitch actually. It's fairly flat, so quite well sheltered, and we've got a reasonable, well, a very pleasant view down Swaledale. Alright, it's nice. Last time we did the coast to coast, or when we did the coast to coast, we camped at Crackpot Hall, which is about, I don't know, half a kilometre further on, but it's just going to be more exposed in the wind, and here, as I say, it's a nice little spot out of the wind. Right, all's well in the tent. Sleeping mats are out. Julie's sleeping bag's out. Mine isn't. I've got a coffee. Yummy, yummy. Pasta's cooking. There it is in there, look. Woo! Pasta in the pot. Yeah, what could be better? So that low level route on the coast to coast, it's really pleasant. It's easy. I mean, I think that's one thing to say, is it's pretty flat. There's not a lot of ascent or descent on it, and the trails are really good. So I guess if you're looking for a bit of an easier day, that's the way to go. And it's really nice. It's very pastoral. You know, you've got the river never very far away. You're walking through pastoral land. It's pretty well waymarked. There's a little bit on the road. You go through Gunnerside, so if you want a bit of cake or a pint halfway through your day, you've got that as well. So it's a very pleasant walk, if I can say it right. And I clocked it at 18k, slightly over 18 kilometres. So yeah, pretty steady. It was nice to do it today, the bit from Gunnerside, because the last time it was just horrific and it chucked it down. Alright, but today it didn't. So it was lovely. Yeah, it was nice. And we've got a good pitch. So let's see what the high level route's like tomorrow. Hopefully a bit of sunshine. Well, it's a pretty cold, frosty morning. I think we had a decent night's sleep actually. I think we were away about 8 and then up at 6. So not bad. A few cold spots in the night. Tent's a bit drafty. But aside from that, we've got a brew on. Got a brew here. Morning brew's out. Yummy, yummy. And it's a lovely morning. Sun, hopefully, will be rising at some point pretty soon. But it's all very calm and peaceful. Well, the sun's now up, giving a slight bit of warmth to the tent. And it's an absolutely gorgeous morning. So the plan this morning is to get packed up, and then we're going to take the higher level route, which will go into old lead mining country, above the tops of Swaledale. So a bit more up and down than yesterday. What a beautiful morning though, absolutely glorious. So packed up, again, leave no trace apart from our patch of non-frosty ground. So I'll be back up on the track. I have to say, it's that sun's up and it's quite warm. The temperature seems to have gone up pretty quickly. So I don't think my top that I've got on is going to be lasting very long, but anyway, let's get cracking. Just passing the ruins here of Crackpot Hall, which at one time I think would have been a pretty impressive farmhouse. But I think it was abandoned because of subsidence, probably from the mines. But it was certainly a pretty big building. So get a great view here down the Swale. That's the route that we came up yesterday. You can just make out the village of Muka right in the distance. Lovely. I think one of the advantages though of camping up high is if there is any morning sunshine or evening sunshine, you get it for much longer. Because all the swale there looks lovely. It's all in the shadow, so it's going to be pretty cold down there. Whereas up here it's lovely. Well, after that nice walk over the top, we've just reached, I think this is North Hush, one of the hushes. So these are man-made features where they made a dam at the top and then let the water go, and it scoured out all the vegetation, see if they could see any lead veins, which they could then mine. This area is the Blakethwaite, is that right? Blakethwaite Smelt Mill, which is kind of a fascinating collection of old ruins. These are almost like cloister-like, aren't they, the arch designs? But it's in a lovely setting. So we've decided it'd be a great place for second breakfast. So that's exactly what we're going to do, second breakfast. Lovely brew down by the river, lovely. Okay, after a pretty, well, quite a steep section up actually from Gunnerside back, it was quite steep in places. We've come across this. I mean, Wainwright in his book describes it as a bit of a wasteland, and yep, certainly is. It's certainly been well mined in the past. I suppose the good thing is it makes it pretty fast walking. So come down off the tops past the old gang smelt mine, which is really interesting. Looks like they're trying to preserve that as well, which has got to be a good thing. And then down to Surrender Bridge. So from there it's just a bit of a, looks like a cross-country section, not quite on those fast paths that we've just been on, but a nice cross-country section. I think we've got about 3 miles to go to Reeth. So yeah, whole nice pleasant track. We're on the last mile into Reeth, so completed this high level route. So I guess if you're comparing the two, well, the high level route was definitely more difficult, or going to take more energy because you've got a lot more up and downhill, whereas the low level route's relatively flat. Then it's really a choice, whatever you fancy. If you fancy a nice walk through pastoral land by the river, take the low route. If you fancy something where you're staying in the high country, open moorland, rolling hillsides, nice becks, thrown in with a bit of interest from the lead mining industry, take the high level route. Choice is yours. For me personally, I'd definitely take the high level route if the weather's nice. I think it's really interesting. I think it's interesting to see some of the old mine workings, but it's just good to be in the open countryside. There's lots of nice walking by the swale once you get past Reeth, but this to me is something a little bit different. So I think I would definitely go high level route if the weather's nice.